If your brain feels exhausted every time you think about posting online lately, I really want you to know that you're not alone in that. Honestly, I don't think enough people are talking about the emotional cost of visibility properly. Because somewhere along the way, visibility stopped being sharing ideas, building relationships, communicating with people. It started to feel like some kind of full time performance. And I think there's a lot of women who are quietly struggling under the weight of that. Not because they're not capable, and certainly not because they don't know enough or they're not intelligent enough, but because the way modern online business operates is incredibly demanding on our nervous system. And I think that the problem is that most visibility advice online assumes people are functioning from a limitless tank of capacity. However, most women I speak to are not speaking from full capacity at all. They're functioning while they're raising children, managing homes, caring for parents, running business, carrying emotional labour, making endless decisions, and constantly switching between these responsibilities all day long. Then somebody tells them, oh, you just need to post more constantly. Honestly, I think that advice misses the reality of women's lives' complexity. And this weekend actually really reminded me of that in a quite unexpected way. I decided, in my infinite wisdom, I was going to create what can only be described as a middle class Glastonbury style water park for my children. In my mind, this thing was going to be magnificent. Inflatables, sprinklers, splash pools, LED floating lights on the pool, refillable water bombs, dog pool, tarpaulins, the whole shebang. I don't know why. I got completely carried away with the vision of it. And because it was meant to be the hottest weekend of the year, I wanted to create this amazing experience for the kids. So I prepared, cut the lawns, I organised the space, I ordered the equipment, I planned the setup, knew where everything was going to go. I had my extension leads, my hose pipes, all sorted. And then delivery company didn't arrive. Now, if you live rurally, you'll understand the emotional damage of, sorry, we couldn't reach you today, especially when you've spent days preparing. And suddenly, this entire complicated plan, poof, disappeared. And instead, my children ended up spending the weekend swimming in my ornamental pond with the fish. And honestly, they had a blast. And I sat there thinking, this is exactly what so many women are doing in business right now. We've absorbed this belief that everything has to become bigger, more polished, more elaborate, more sophisticated, optimized, more produced in order for it to count. And I think that's exhausting people because complexity creates operational pressure. Every layer is creating extra maintenance. Every new system is creating cognitive load. Every platform creates more context switching. And eventually, well, we stop feeling creative because we're permanently managing the infrastructure. Now, this has been one of the biggest mindset shifts I've personally had around AI and automation recently because I no longer think the purpose of AI is maximum output. I think the purpose of AI should be operational relief. And that is a completely, excuse me, a completely different conversation. I'm not interested in helping women become content machines. I'm interested in helping women build businesses that leave room for their actual lives. And honestly, the recent content data has reinforced this massively for me when I've been looking at our statistics. The content that I'm producing performing the best isn't 10 AI tools you should be using. The content that people are consuming is all about pressure, overwhelm, visibility, exhaustion, mental load, capacity, and sustainable growth. That's the emotional conversation my audience are responding to right now. And I think that's because many women don't need more motivation, they need support, they need simplicity, they need systems that reduce friction rather than increasing it. And I think we're getting it wrong in online business by assuming that sustainable growth looks boring. Honestly, sustainable growth to me looks calm. And I think calm businesses are often the healthiest ones. They're not lazy, they're not passive, they're not unambitious, just businesses designed in a way that human beings can actually maintain for the long term. And I think visibility becomes much easier when it stops feeling emotionally expensive. And that is why I care so much about simplifying systems. I'm looking to reduce decision fatigue, remove unnecessary complexity, create repeatable structures, using AI to reduce operational drag instead of adding pressure. Because when women regain mental capacity, their creativity returns, their clarity improves, their consistency improves naturally. Visibility stops feeling like this giant, impossible mountain that they have to emotionally climb every single day, and it becomes integrated into the rhythm of their business instead. Honestly, I think that's what sustainable visibility is really all about, or at least what it should be about. It's not forcing yourself into some kind of constant performance, but building systems that allow your visibility to happen without destroying your energy in the process. I think more women need permission to build businesses that way because your business should support your life, not quietly consume it behind the scenes. Now, if you enjoy these kind of conversations around calm systems and sustainable visibility and human first AI, make sure you subscribe to my channel because this is exactly what I explore here each and every week. And if the topic that I've talked about today resonates with you specifically, I've also created resources below that are designed to help women simplify the operational side of their business without losing the human side in the process. If you want to continue the conversation, watch the next video in the series because I think it will really connect all the dots from what we've explored today.